No way. What? Yes. Great. Right, you good there, Lindsay? Gonna call to the order. Would all please rise for the flag salute. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God. Charles complied with the notice of provision of the Sunshine Law by adopting prior to January 10th of this year a resolution prescribing the date, time, and location of all regular meetings of the commission. This being one of the meetings listed in the resolution, and copies of the resolution were prior to January 10th filed with the board. I've masked up tonight because I've been exposed to somebody. I don't have COVID, but I've been exposed to somebody. So, Paul?
Even motion to file the reports, tax collector and zoning official.
A motion?
And a motion to file the minutes of 12/1, 2022. Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. We have the second reading and public hearing of ordinance 1745, amending chapter 141-88 swimming pools.
So this is an ordinance that places some additional regulation on in-ground swimming pools. That'll require applicants, property owners to go before the planning board. It's an issue we've got since the pandemic. A lot of more people want to do in-ground swimming pools, causing some stormwater issues for us in terms of once you excavate, take all that soil out, some issues for adjoining property owners. So we're setting up a process so that the borough engineer and the planning board get a look at it to make sure that there's no increased stormwater problems created for other properties. This is a public hearing on this ordinance. Anyone like to be heard? This is your opportunity to do so. Okay,
Mayor Maley?
yes.
Ms. Wojciechowski?
Yes.
Sharon? Yes. The second reading of public hearing of ordinance 1747, appropriating $50,000 to fund the capital improvement at Lights Park. On this ordinance, I'm sorry, there is a little typo where it's at the date of introduction, it says the fourth, it's actually the third, and that's fixed.
Okay, all right. So this is simply appropriating grant money that we've received from Camden County and a contribution from the Knight Park trustees for repaving portions of the walkway around Knight Park. Our trees have wreaked some havoc, and so this is correcting a good part of the worst condition of the walkway. There's a public hearing. Anyone like to bring anything before the commission? This is your opportunity to do so.
How will it?
Go ahead, you gotta give your name and address.
Eric Ryan, I'm what's my new address? 503 White Horse Pike.
What's that?
I moved.
You got it?
Now I forget what I was gonna ask.
Something about the-
You mentioned the trees are creating some havoc there. What's gonna happen to the tree roots, and are you gonna just go raise it up above? And do
Yeah,
that?
the trees won't be affected. It'll just be going around the roots. Yeah. And in 5 to 10 more years, we'll put it up a little further. Okay, anybody else?
Mayor Maley?
Yes.
Ms. Wojciechowski?
Yes.
Sharon? Yes. Okay, we have the second reading of public hearing of ordinance 1738, appropriating $60,000 to the American Rescue Act Fund for improvements to water infrastructure.
This is a purchase, this is related to the PFAS issue, this contaminant that the state changed the standard on a couple years ago. We're in design of a permanent solution to keep us in compliance. The temporary solution that keeps us in compliance is in essence a carbon filter. Over time, the carbon needs to be replaced, and that's what this is funding. This is funding the carbon replacement for the temporary filters while we're getting the permanent solution finalized and done. This is a public hearing. Anyone like to be heard on this? This is your opportunity to present to the board. Okay, Paul.
Mayor Melham,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
Ron.
The next is public comment on the resolution agenda. Anybody have any comments, questions about the items that are, the resolutions that are listed on the agenda? And we'll have a general session for anything else at the end. Okay, all right, let's go.
All right, awarding a contract to Katie Plus LLC for the repaving of parking lot at 414 and 416 Haddon Avenue.
Yeah, this is the parking lot next to the new public safety building, along the back of the new public safety. Yes,
Reappointing Anita Sherling as deputy registrar by the statistics.
yes.
Authorizing a grant agreement with DEP for the pays the plug in vehicle charging point.
Yeah.
Yes,
Requesting, authorizing a grant agreement with DEP for it. Did I say that already? I'm sorry, approving items of revenue and appropriations for NJSA 3A 4-87 for CDBG funding.
this is just, at this time of the year, we have to insert into the budget, line items to accept free money, accept grants. Yes,
Approving lien certification pursuant to chapter 227 of the Borough Code, 22 Crescent Boulevard, 130 East Linden, and 600 King Avenue.
these are placing liens on properties for various property maintenance, violations. Yes.
Authorizing resolution 2022-6 to chapter and food bank.
Yes.
Authorizing a budget transfer.
This is simply, at this time of year, you see transfers within line items within the budget, so if gas costs more or power costs more, and we had, savings in some other line item, it's transferring it within the budget to pay bills, it doesn't add up. Yeah.
Have a discussion about the facts.
So every year the state, has, every municipality complete a checklist of best practices. We, this year scored 35 out of 37. The only thing we didn't have is to have surety bonds in excess of what is required by the law. For some reason that counts against you. So this is critical. This started through the Christie administration. If you don't score high enough on the best practice list, the state can cut state aid. And it's never been close to being in that margin, and we're not again. So we're required to talk about it at a meeting. So this is the talk about it. You want to talk at all about it?
Just that it's a changing target, and it covers a lot of different areas. Some of it might be on financial control, some of it might be personnel or procurement laws, ethics. It covers a lot of different things. I think it's kind of nice that the state kind of gives the guidance on things that are priorities, and it also helps municipalities, whatever, 565 of them, to ensure that we're all.
Okay, all right, so we talked about it, so that's off the list. So I'll,
Okay, now I just have the approving the payment of bills to the vice president.
Yes.
Commissioner Robinson, anything?
Even though it felt like summer today, we're gearing up for the holidays. The Collingswood Cash event is November the 19th. Get your money back.
Commissioner Landowski?
I guess the bad news to the Phillies, the good news to the Phillies lost, like in where Earth comes again, so. Well,
Make sure you vote tomorrow, election day is tomorrow, make sure you get out and vote. And I think that's about it. I'm gonna open it up to the floor. Any questions, comments, anyone? William, just give your name and address, okay?
Victor Farmline, 743 Naval Terrace.
Thank you.
I have a question about the best practices. Is it on the report on the website?
Sandra? We can put it up, sure. Yeah. Anyone else? Any questions? Any other question or anything? Okay, all right. We're adjourned.